Intro song's on. I cleaned my glasses. They were so smeary. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here, guys. I'm letting the intro song ride right now for a little bit. Just making sure I got everything going right now. Here we go. We got an amazing guest today. We've been lately, guys. It's been a huge Colorado collaboration lately. It's been crazy, guys. It's been awesome. I couldn't ask anything more. So yeah, this one's another amazing one we got here for you right now. Listen to the intro song. Yeah. Ariel's Entertainment Podcast, arielent.com. Hey, available on all podcast platforms. 5-star review on Apple, Spotify. Boom. Yo, it's been an amazing week. I got shows left and right, guys. I got shows left and right. I'm dressed up today because I just got out of work. I came straight to the studio. From the studio, I don't know what I'm doing. Probably have some dinner. We'll see what happens. Everything's random. Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. We live. This is the intro right now. Woo! Welcome, best friends. Welcome, listeners all around the world. It's your boy, Rico Suave, Latino Heat, the most electrifying podcaster in the world. Shout out to all the millions and millions of people tuning in right now. It's Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. Boom. That's all it is right now, guys. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Let's see right here. Today is July 26th. I repeat, July 26th. Everybody buckle up for this one because we are in for a treat. And I wouldn't just say that just to say that. Guys, it's been a huge Colorado collaboration lately. 303-5280 specifically, okay? Man, I don't know what's going on. I've been going to all these functions and I've been meeting amazing people like our guest today. Here she comes, guys. She is a self-alignment speaker. She has pop-up shops. She's a thrift store extraordinaire. She's an entrepreneur. She has a business called Hailey Sunshine Designs. Let's bring her in, the incredible Hailey. Woo! Hailey in the building.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Love the energy that you bring in right now.
Yo, Hailey, this is what I bring all the time. Tell us how's your Wednesday so far?
My Wednesday has been so good, bringing lots of clarity to me. I'm excited. There's 2 days left of the week, and I'm like ready to hit them hard and really execute some things. So it's a good day to have a good day. And I did because I was able to clear up some work that I was honestly neglecting. And when you get to things that you've been thinking about, it's just the greatest feeling on earth.
I don't know what it is about this week, but I've been doing the same thing.
Nice.
Let me tell you something.
It's such a great wave to ride, honestly.
I agree. Let me tell you something. I have all these videos content on my phone. I'm telling you, I had almost like 30. I'm down to maybe 15 or 14 left. But I've been having these videos on my phone, live concerts on my phone. I need to upload them. And this week, and I've been killing it. Like I said, I have like 15 left, but they've been on my phone since March. And like you said, I've been sitting on them. And this week, I'm doing things that I've been sitting on, and oh man, it feels amazing.
Yes, clearing up space in your head also, because what I've noticed is when you collect to do on your list, like it literally accumulates in your heart, and that like weighs in your headspace as well. So the more you clear up things on your to-do list, like it literally lifts your and then that energy also like extends outwards to people you meet. So I think it's a point of alignment that you are both even in that headspace where we're like, hey, I'm happy that I actually got to work, and I can acknowledge when I've been like slacking, and then it's okay because your acknowledgements of where you were in the past day and where you are in the present day is all that matters. So
Oh, absolutely.
maps to that.
You've been crushing this interview already. I could already end this conversation and everybody already took a lesson. I could already end this conversation. Hey, so what you said, point of alignment. Let me tell you something what you just said. We had the same thing that happened to us this week. And not only that, we have a podcast together this week. Man, tell me if there's nothing more than point of alignment than right there. That's it just works out so
Absolutely. I
wow.
love that because
Okay.
that's like when people, places, time intersects and it creates like a that's how connections are made.
People, places, and time. I wrote that down. Yo, rewind it right now. My producer's looking at me crazy right now because I need to do the promo real quick. I got to do the promo. Here we go, guys. The best way to support the podcast is going to arielent.com. We do it live because you know why? I did not have it ready, or my assistant didn't have it ready, I should say. Here we go, arielent.com. Boom, there it is. It's the hottest podcast right now. ArielENT.com. We got the music, the photography, Ariel Salsa, all these new adventures, guys. It's been blowing up right now. Thank you so much. I could barely keep up. I'm going to have to hire somebody. I got an assistant, but I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out right there. ArielENT.com. Another great way to support me. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Is by going to the YouTube channel. You just type in YouTube. Boom, YouTube. And then if you want, you go to the search engine, type in Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. But I go to my channel right there. It's easier for, there it is, Ariel's Entertainment Podcast, arielent.com. Go to the search engine in YouTube. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, save, follow, boom. All right. Here's the prayer of the day. I got the prayer of the day, but not only that, 5-star review. 5-star review on Apple and Spotify. I swear the algorithm loves me if I do that, if you guys do that for me. And then donation links are down below. Donation links are down below. Here we go. This is the prayer of the day. This is people's favorite part of the episode besides our guests. Here we go. Thank you, Jesus God, our guardian dear, to whom's love commits us here. Man, I can't even read. Ever this day and night, be at our side, to light and guard, to rule and guide. All right. Thank you, Jesus God, for telling me to slow down right there.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jesus. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you, Jesus God, for having Hailey on the show, for all the millions and millions of listeners tuning in right now, for our families, for safe travels, for our jobs, for our bookings, for music. Let's see, for shelter. I can go on and on. Praise God, glory to God, amen. Boom. That's what I got. All right. Man, this is great right now. People love it. Let's bring Hailey back in. Hailey, can you please tell us a little bit about who you are and how we can support you, please?
Yes, absolutely. So my name is Hailey. I go by Hailey Sunshine, and I started a brand called Hailey Sunshine Designs. That's about going on 3 years ago. But prior to that, like I've always been involved in business since I was 7. So it's kind of like my backbone. I am a Colorado native, love the mountains, love being in Denver and connected to both the city and able to extend outward into that nature realm and just be connected to everything. You can see it all from down in the city, and that's inspiring to me. But beyond that, the city is such a source for inspiration. It's a melting pot for so many different types of creatives, and that energy is literally what fueled my entrepreneurial endeavors. Back in 2015, 2016, I was still in high school, but I had decided that I was going to start a business. And through that decision, it literally spiraled into a network of connections that like has guided me and helped me expand almost over the past decade now. And so I've literally grown up with the city of Denver. Like 2014, I think, is when weed got legalized, and that's when like the creative scene in Denver just exploded off the charts. Like I've been here my whole life, and so I can say that there was a definite shift. And when that happened, that's also like frame where I discovered my passion for business, for creative endeavors, for being an entrepreneur. And so ever since then, that is what I will be about. It's about fueling your heart and soul with what matters to you. And I preach that to everyone, because in this room, or I mean, in this world, there is room for everybody to pursue what they're passionate about. And so for me, I discovered that it was fashion. I've
Mm.
always had that planted in me. I think put it in there when I was little, because I'm looking back at some photos like of me as a toddler, like really flossing with some really coordinated outfits. So I kind of see where it came from. But I just love putting together outfits and accessorizing. And that's where my love for jewelry came in. I'm surprised I am not wearing more, but I try to always have some bling bling
No
thing that
doubt.
I
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
I created. Um, and it's always just because fashion, jewelry, your accessories, it's a way of expressing yourself without having to say words. It's an instant communicator. And if you see it as such and it is to you, then run with it and fly as high as you want with it and go as far as it can go. Push the boundaries, like do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And
Wow.
I've learned through the eras of my life, like my fans since 2016 were a whole complete different personality and like persona, expression, and creation. And it's okay to shift with. And that's why for me, being connected to the upcycled and vintage and thrift clothing world is so important, because I'm able to cycle through whatever statement I want, when I want, whatever year it is, whatever month it is. You could just like decide that you don't want your wardrobe anymore and then start a new one. So fashion is like the stone, or I mean the cornerstone of who I am. Kind of paved the way for me to just use that as an outlet to start a business, find myself and a community inside of that line. And then just I just stuck with it. I've stayed with it. It helped me become who I am. Honestly, I would not be who I am without business or being in Denver.
That you know what, Hailey, you just crushed it with your introduction right there. And you know what, you said it the best. You found your heart and soul in fashion, and you know what you said the most is you gotta push the boundaries. That blew me away with your accessories. I one time I was wearing accessories, and I said, I want to wear all these accessories. And then when I got to a place, I was like, maybe I should take some of this off. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna wear it. I came like this. This is what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, I've sometimes I've second. One time I remember one time I was like, I second guess, and I was like, no, I'm gonna push it. Let's do it. I'm gonna push the boundaries. So,
Yes. It's kind of like liberating too, when you can just do what you want with your outfits and nobody's gonna come for you.
yeah, because you're so focused in what you're doing, and you're just like, whatever, let's keep it going, let's just do it. Hey, I was wondering, Hailey, sunshinedesigns.com. I was gonna bring your stuff up here one more time so everybody can follow you. Let me bring it here. Boom, boom. There it is, Hailey Sunshine Designs. On the Instagram, Hailey Sunshine Designs, Hailey Sunshine Designs. She has a link tree there as well. Make sure you like, comment, share, save, and follow on the Instagram. Like, comment, share, save, and follow. Check out her amazing work. Check out the link tree. There you got our website, all these other links. I went to her website, HaileySunshineDesigns.com. Okay? HaileySunshineDesigns.com. There it is. Guys, HaileySunshineDesigns is the handle. All right. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about the website?
Yes, this is newest creation actually. I just got it up probably around May. So it's obviously like version 1.0, and I'm super excited for its potential and its future. but its present has to have its moment too, you know? And I have to remember that because I get really caught in perfectionism and like, oh, it's good enough. And that is also like a crippling excuse. So I'm happy to announce that it's up and running. It has shop. I have lots of thrifted looks, like all of the items that you can find when I pop up in person. You can also find on my website. And then there's lots of other specialty items too. I have a lot of new ring that I have, and I have these in lots of different colors, lots of sterling, or I mean, stainless steel. So they're tarnish free and you can wear them in the shower, swimming. They're not going to uh, turn colors or also turn your skin colors.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun evolution also to like grow with the materials that you use and mental like initiative. Before that was really something considered, but just like as you evolve and grow, so does your brand. Once your awareness, like so does the quality of your products. So I'm excited about that. The yin yang blossom rings. I do so many hats in person, but I have a nice array online as well. Sunglasses, um, decor for your home, and so much more coming.
Oh, sweet. I want to check out the Yin Yang Blossom ring next time I see you. We got the Cluffy Pal print
Definitely.
bucket hat. The bucket hat's sick. I'll have to get that for my girl. And then my Ram steampunk glasses. Guys, go check that out right now.
Thank
The
you.
store's gonna
Yeah.
sell out. The store's gonna sell out. All right, guys, go check out the website, HaileySunshineDesigns.com. She is a Colorado native, which is a perfect segue to the next question. And the next question is this: what is it that you like about Colorado? What are your favorite things to do in Colorado? I know you when you're not doing Haley Sunshine Designs, when you're not out there in the community, when you got some time for yourself, what do you like to do? Do you like to go skiing? Do you go to the lake? Do you go parachuting? Do you play board games? What do you do?
Yeah, that's a fun question. I mean, there's so many options that you can do in Colorado, but what I find myself attracted to most often, and this wasn't always, but this started up as soon as I did. My boyfriend bought me a pair of roller skates, and that just like fulfilled this inner. There was something that I always was missing, and it was roller skating.
Oh my
So
goodness. Right on.
that has been so fun. I'm all about the footwork, and I got them in 2020, I believe, or like 2021. And for the past 2 years, it's just been about practicing footwork and like maneuvering and creating rhythm with music and just like beats and how I feel. So that's been a wonderful outlet. It puts aside in many different locations too. There's lots of fun around. Also can skate in small spaces. You could really like if you have like about, I don't know, my back porch is enough space for me, at least 10 by 10, like maybe 12 by 12. And I do fun things just practicing in my backyard. But lately, my backyard has this oasis for me. So I can do my roller skating there. I've also been taking on a new, just it's like a brain and like switches have been going off because now that I've backyard and I have the space to care about it, like garden and tend
Oh,
to the yard and all these things that I never had to think about before. Now I'm like, wow, I think I am actually a farmer in like beginning stages because it's triggering all these ideas for the future of like how to have your own land and how to tend to it and use that land to feed your family and feed your community and also not be reliant on like grocery stores. And there's all sorts of solutions that you can take for you to just not to just be self-sufficient. That's all I literally want in my life, is to figure out how to just sustain myself, my family, and the community around me that I care about. Because and then that is my dream. So playing around in my backyard is like for me to about the future. And that's been just kind of what I've been about. This year has shown me a lot of ways that you can slow down, and it's okay. And if you use that time to kind of build new hobbies and focus on yourself, then good things can come from it. And I've also been using that time too to like heal, because my family is going through some tough times. So as it's like really beneficial to just get out and do those things, like the roller skating and the gardening.
Yeah.
And I have to make sure that I do those, because it's really easy, even though I love them, it's super easy to not do them. And then if you lose yourself not doing the things that you love to do, then you like fill that time with a bunch of nonsense. It's like eating junk food, like the things you love to do are like like the things you fill your time with doing that is like a freaking candy bar.
I get it. I get it.
So yeah, it just those hobbies mean a lot to me, because it is that time for me to like be present. You can get caught up in what do I have to do? What do I have to do? What am I not doing? What am I like? All these things where
Yeah.
it's tug and pull, like positive, negative, like too much is happening in life. So those hobbies are super crucial. And that is just something people in general should recognize, because even if your hobby is like running or working out or like skateboarding, it's just important that you make time, because that is like a commitment to yourself and a date to yourself. And that's how you stay loyal to like keeping your sanity.
Jeez Louise. Yo, Hailey, you're starting to talk dangerous now. And you don't even know it because you're talking so like calm and cool and collect, but deep down, people are listening. Like you're talking dangerous here, especially when you're talking about not relying on the stores, especially when you're talking about being self-reliant, especially when you're talking about growing your own food, especially when you don't need help, assistance from other people like the government.
Love it. Just want that.
Yo, you're getting deep right now, but you're being so cool about it that people are not like. And for me, I get it. I get what you're saying. We can go much deeper, but you're just so like I said, you're just calm about it and like, man, this is so dope. Okay, we got the roller skating. We talked about the roller skating. We talked about your backyard is telling you your future, which I believe because I got a garden, and the more I garden, I picture my future, like my podcast and my music. My passions are my podcast and my music, which are gonna take me to my purpose, which my purpose is to save animals. So in the future, I want to have like my own land and like animals that I rescue and have my own garden, kind of like what you're talking about in a way. But that's what my purpose is to save, just save what I can, and like rabbits or deer, they want to come in the yard, that's cool too, it don't matter. No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
just
up.
mm-hmm.
If some cats roam in the yard, that's cool, what's up, I got some cat food for you. But yeah, that's what I'm all about. So that's what I want my music, the podcast, to take me to a place, which it will. But yeah, thank you so much for touching on that. And then as well, oh yeah, the garden. And tell us a little bit about the garden. Like for me, I planted this year some peppers, some tomatoes, lettuce, carrots, radishes, squash. That's it.
Wow. I love that assortment.
Yeah, what about
Uh,
you?
this year I got a little bit late on like the bed restoration. So it was a little like just like to place, do I go on like what all I want to do or what do I do? So I literally in this big garden bed I have like one zucchini plant.
Nice.
But and then next to it is starting a little like patch of flowers that I grew from seeds. So that's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Um, my vision with all of this, like I have lots of space to fill. Like there's lots of dirt patches and like garden bed spaces that so I want to have flowers everywhere. My goal for next year, like I'm just getting the ground right. And it's crazy how fast weeds can come back.
Yep.
They have like a very they're they're smart. They have figured it out how to survive. So they are figuring out ways to defy you. I like wake up with like clear space, and then the next morning I'm like, dang, okay,
Yeah.
gotta get back to
Even,
work.
even when you take out the root, couple 3 days
Mhm.
later, a week later, there will be more. Like it's just like a few days will be
Yeah.
nice and pretty, and then out of nowhere you'll be like, "What?"
So I'm learning. YouTube is great. I'm learning. This is like my year or the session to learn and get the ground right for next year. But
Yep.
I am still playing around because I can't even help myself. Need to get more seeds and like perennial seeds so they'll just come up next spring
Yep.
and shower me in lots of color. But on my porch, at least, that's like the area I can control. And I have a whole assortment of like I have marigolds, and then I've got some. It's called the the scientific name is different, but it's called Denver Daisy. They're bright, big, like they look like sunflowers, but I think there's a different name for them. Um, and then I've got like a tiger lily growing and lots of other daylilies. I've got a hibiscus. So I'm a floral girl. And then from seeds, I'm starting 4 o'clocks, cosmos, and some other type.
Yep.
And then got seeds of peonies, and I want to grow lettuce and spinach from seeds.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. I have all these potted things. And then pots are fun because in the winter you can bring them inside
Yeah.
and just let them live with you for about, I don't know, 4 and then they all go back and they're thriving. I didn't live with your plants.
I can't wait till you get an apple tree or an orange tree.
Oh, thank you. I want an apple tree. My
Yeah.
parents have 2 apple trees. They've had them in their backyard, I don't know, like more than 20 years. So those trees are developed and they're it's probably gonna make like 200 pounds of apples.
Wow. When does it harvest?
Mm, probably at the like middle of August, they're gonna be ready to start picking them.
Okay, I'm gonna hit them up, be like, hey, I'll be over with a grocery bag just to let you know.
You should, because we get so many.
I bet you I can't wait for that, Haley. I can't wait for
Pie.
that.
I'm gonna make a couple pies.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We have 8 minutes left.
Okay.
Let's touch a little bit more on Haley Sunshine Designs and how you're a self-alignment speaker too. And I got a couple more questions. So if you want to answer these as quick as you can, sweet. If not, cool. This is your podcast. So the first question I got here, Haley, because we've been killing this podcast nonstop. I even have things I want to ask you more, but I got these questions. I got these people are wanting me to ask you. So here we go. First question here. What is the biggest lesson you have learned with your entrepreneur journey with Haley Sunshine Designs and being a speaker? What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
Um, oh man. Well, there's just so many,
Mhm.
but as an entrepreneur, there is no literal textbook for you to follow. So you kind of have to make choices and see how the outcome, like what the outcome is. So I think it's or thing about like relates to gardening because that is probably what is fueling my thought processes a lot lately. But you can want the plant you can want the flowers and the wonderful garden, but if you don't ever get out there and actually plant the seeds, or put in the produce and put in the time and effort into it and grow, then you're never going to have results. And so people can want to have a successful business, they can want to be an entrepreneur, but if you don't ever take that step and allow yourself the space, time, and to do so, then you'll always want to, and you'll never do it. So it's kind of like you have to, like a seed that's never planted will never bear fruit. So an entrepreneur who wants a successful business that never takes action will never get that outcome. And it takes willingness, it takes effort, it takes humility, it takes heartbreak, and then it takes you mend it back together and you start over again. And that's what business is, because it's like an ongoing cycle. Like your first business, it might not work out, and that's like your first love or something, and you have to accept it happened, work out, and then you on, and maybe this one is better, brighter, and guess what, maybe that one doesn't work out either, and you start your next one. So it's kind of this tango. You always go back and forth, and then you figure out this flow that is going to work right for you, and then you stick with it. And it's like climbing a mountain. It's like climbing Mount Everest, actually. And if you ever watch I'm all about mountain documentaries, but people don't just climb up to Mount Everest, they go to a base and then they rest there, and then they go up to another, and then they come back down, and then they go back up, and they come back down, and then they go back up to a higher point, and then they come back down. And then they do that again. And it's all to acclimate your body for that top running, that home run swing. When you get to the top of the peak, that is all of that effort was for. If you can't coming back down after you feel like you already made it up to some top of something, you're not gonna like being an entrepreneur. But if you're ready to sacrifice and know, like, this takes time, this takes effort, this takes taking 2 steps back sometimes, because you're gonna take 4 steps forward. But it's that tango. And for me, I've been in it so long. I started my first business in 2015, 2016, and the evolution of like success and failure, like to me, making $100 at an event in 2016, woo, that was like a home run. That was climbing to the top of Mount Everest back then. And where I'm at almost 9 years later, it's not the same, but I have all for where you came from. So I understand. And it takes that humility, because as an entrepreneur today, some days I will make $100 and it's not Mount Everest, but sometimes you make 1,000, 2,000. You can make more at an event, and then you're like, whoa, I'm on Mount Everest. And that is like a stepping stone, because that is not where I'll be forever. There's going to be bigger heights and peaks to climb in the future as well. But that's what's so fun, if you do like that and you get exhilarated by climbing to new heights. Entrepreneur, and like that field has infinite mountains you can climb, and a whole lot of people who love to do it. And that's the next part of, like, it brings you to people if you open yourself to mentorships and tips, friendships, up to so much that you wouldn't have achieved if you didn't have entrepreneurial pursuits on your mind.
Wow. Guys, there's no textbook for entrepreneurship. And, wow. We got 2 minutes left. We got 2 minutes left, Hailey. People are going to rewind that right there. They're going to rewind that back. They're going to rewind this whole episode. ArielENT.com, Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. We went over the 30-minute mark, but that's okay. That's what happens when we get deep. That's what happens when we talk serious, when real recognizes real. We got a minute left. I'm about to drop the outro song. Hailey, real quick, last question. I want everybody to see. I'm going to put the intro song and we'll head out. Someone's going through a tough time right now. What advice would you give them? Real quick, we got a minute. What advice would you give someone going through a tough time? And I'll show everybody your Instagram real quick.
Yes. If you're going through a tough time, literally keep remembering what you are passionate about and how you can get there, because it's like having that light at the end of the tunnel, and where you are and where you want to be is only a gap away. And so in those moments of doubt, when you're going through tough times, figure out how you can bridge that gap, because that's truly how you get through.
That's how you truly get through. There it is, guys. That is it. Can you believe it? We were able to squeeze all that in. I couldn't believe it. Hailey, I have so much to ask still. This is crazy. Hey, I can't wait to see you at the next pop-up. Can't wait to see you at next Winning Wednesdays. Yo, shout out to Natasha for us meeting there.
Absolutely. Triggered Futures, Winning Wednesday.
That's what it's all about right there. Hailey Sunshine Designs in the building. She's about to head out, guys. Go check out her amazing work. You got that.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you for having.
Yes, HaileySunshineDesigns.com. 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 Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in right now. Tell your friends and family. This means the world to me. I love doing this. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Boom. That's what it is.